This section is all about containers, and the first lesson is this lovely ceramic vase. I'm just working on Bristol board surface, nice smooth surface, and I'm using Derwent Colour Soft pencils. I'm going to start off just by putting a very light first glaze down in Dove Grey. Just working very lightly and paying attention to the reflections in it. There's some lovely reflected light coming off that wall just at the edges. And here again I've just got to this area of highlights. I'm just going to edge up to them very gradually so I don't lose them. And these reflections are all quite soft edged. I'm just going to lose some of that hard graphite line. Just going to swap to a steel grey, a bit more of a blue tone to it. And now I'm just overlaying that with a blue, just a pale blue. Because I'm not going to be putting in the background, I'm just going to leave the background white. I'm just going to, there is the highlight on that edge, but then there is the line where the vase meets the background, and I'm just going to suggest that with the blue. Fetch that colour into these shadow part underneath. It's got some horizontal banding there in the surface of the vase, in the actual glaze. I'm just going to move to pale lavender because this is quite a purple band, purplish band in the grey. So all the colour in this is quite subtle. I'm not pressing on hard at all. I'm trying to alter the length of my strokes when I'm cross-hatching like this, just so I don't get a definite hard line appearing. I can make it butt up to this side, but I don't want this side really. I want it to blend into the next set of grey. So just lengthening and shortening as I'm working like that just helps to blend that side. Back to my blue. And a bit of the lilac over this side. And a bit of the blue taken over this side just to bring it all together. I'm going to use a darker purple now. This is called Grey Lavender. And then back to my basic grey. Again, I'm just going to soften this graphite. On this picture, unlike when I did the fruit and vegetables, it was a bit more necessary to get everything accurate, all these reflections in the right places in order to give the vase its form properly. So I did grid up the picture to get the drawing in right. I'm just going to now put in this area of where the glaze has missed off the rim of the vase. I'm just using purple for this. I'm just using the same colour in this area of shadow inside. And I'm going to switch to my steel grey. Touch of blue. And take down these highlights a little bit because they're not as bright white as the ones at this side. Put my light purple on there. Blue again. Using a bit of the lilac to do this edge. Again, just because it's on a white background and it's a very pale vase, I'm just using a bit of an outlining technique just to make it pop out a bit from the background. Just going to use a little bit of indigo in this dark shadow. Just a touch of it on this top area. I'm going to go into a mid-grey now. I'm just going to go back to the lilac to try and unify all this front area. So nice wide sweeping strokes. This is my steel grey from before. Just going to use the purple under here again. And I'm going to fetch in some red. This is called a Loganberry, this one. Mid-grey again. I'm just going to take this side down, intone a little bit. I don't want to overwork this because, as you can see, I'm going to come to it back to this example later when I draw the flower in. And it's whilst we're only working on the container section, so I'm just doing the vase, it's very hard to do one part of something without then putting in the other bit, so that you can really work out whether the tones and colours are true. So I'm not going to overwork this bit, so I can always come back to it later. It's a little bit more blue, I think. That was just a touch of lavender just to finish off that side. I think it's just getting to a point now where I'm going to leave it, because like I said, until the top part is filled in, it's very difficult to know where to take it any further. But I hope for now you can see how we've just used the graded building up of layers to get the effect of reflections in a ceramic vase.